All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 5, Episode 28. All right.
Risotto did.
Risotto
Metallica
and Metallica.
gone.
Wow, that fight against the boss and Doppio and King Crimson and Epitaph
and Aerosmith.
And Aerosmith. Just, this is, that was JoJo's. And now we're going to get into like a kind of a part 4 type situation, but like not exactly because
it's much better than all the hijinks with Kira. Like,
well, I mean, it's just going to be different. It's going to be so freaking close. He's going to be right there. But like, will they go investigate? Will they find Doppio? Will
they find a picture? Like,
yeah, what is the boss going to make Doppio do, or what is Doppio going to do with the boss in order to kind of maneuver around this? Because Abbacchio is still a huge problem. Right now, Risotto was taken care of, so the boss's main priority is Abbacchio has a stand that breaks all the barriers surrounding my identity.
But thankfully, they don't know that Abbacchio is such a danger, right? Because they don't know about the photos. So, you know.
Well, no, they do know. Doppio and the boss, they know.
No, yeah, but the JoBros don't.
Well, that's a bad thing.
No, that's a good thing that they don't know, because then that means that they're not, like, they don't know that Abbacchio is, like, such a potential danger.
So that means they won't use Abbacchio's stand necessarily?
Exactly, if they don't find the photo.
No, if anything, this is a thing of where if Abbacchio doesn't do something, then at the very least they're not going to be aware that he's, like, potentially right with them right here, like, could attack them.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because if he uses it, if he uses it on Risotto, like, then, yeah,
there's all kinds of things.
Oh, man.
We're dealing in seconds here. Like,
oh, boy.
We're maybe not dealing in seconds yet, but we're about to be. That's how nuts this is about to get. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, just straight in the OP.
Yeah.
Anch'io Hirugaisu Gangsta. I love the drummer just going ham in this OP, just 感情をかき消すレイジ役目に即くと誓った日から Oh, that little stutter step from Fugo. Oh,
yeah, I know.
Wow. 出て挑むもの Stay gold. そうさ目には目の上げメロの似合うレクイエモ
Oh boy.
I love this bit here. Just oh. Hell no! No, golden wind. JoJo's and David Productions just they know how to do the music for this show. It's so good. Yeah, you would have. Ah, no! Yeah, we stay together. You go, bro, yes!
Oh, they actually do know about the photo. That's right. Yeah, how did I forget?
Oh no. Oh. Wait.
No, that's actually really good, because if he's still alive, then he could potentially say something.
Oh, we are dealing in minutes. Oh my god.
All right.
Do it in 5. Wow, a proud death. He's impressed, yeah. Oh! Oh!
He does kind of need that.
Oh, wow, this argument. Whoa! Oh! Yeah! He's basically giving him the finger, just like, no! Yeah!
That's right.
What a
He's gonna
badass!
take you down with him. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, man!
Oh! 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 Oh, but
Oh, no.
he erased it. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh!
Oh, you tried, but you can't stop it. Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Yep.
Yep, that's a kill shot. But now it's going to detect another person breathing here.
Well, he still doesn't have the iron back.
Right, but...
But that's not something that just happens quickly.
No,
like...
it's not.
Oh no! And he's just out of sight!
Bujarati just spitting facts here. Or he doesn't have any teammates. Yep.
Ah.
Oh. Wow, what a brutal death. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh no, they're saying all this and he can hear this.
Yeah. Oh. Moving directly away from us. Oh!
Oh God!
To replenish his iron, he's consuming the blood of a frog?
But that's...
Jeez!
That's not gonna be enough, though. Like...
No!
And Abbacchio's by himself?
Well, right, but at least he's far away from the boss right now.
Ah. Right.
Dang, so he's searching a month worth of time.
Yeah. So if he did have the photo, it would still be very helpful, because then he could have a specific date.
Ominous. Whoa!
Don't you know you never split the party?
Yep. But I like that these two are together at the very least.
Yes.
Oh. Drawing attention here.
He probably just brutally hurt someone to make them, you know, draw Naranchia's. Oh, not showing us? Come on!
Are we gonna see the ball skip like a bit of time?
No
basically?
way, he took that's him. Doppio.
Wait, really?
There was someone with pink hair.
Oh crap. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
yeah,
you're right. You're freaking right.
Oh
yes.
my god. And Abbacchio's by himself. Like, come on.
Yeah. Crap.
Really?
No. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Ugh. Maybe regroup. And Abbacchio has like very little to no fighting potential. Like, oh, oh no,
Oh, that's,
no.
oh yeah. Oh,
Oh,
oh, he got Kakyo and he's dead. Oh.
oh my god.
Oh, that's the first half.
Yeah.
That's the first half.
And he's dead.
We getting backstory now for
I think so,
Abbacchio?
yeah.
Oh, buddy. About how Gujarati brought him into the group a little more, maybe.
そんなとこで何してんだい、おまわりさん。
いや、向かい側の歩道で強盗があってね。被害者は瓶で殴られたんだ。割れて飛び散ってね。でも歩道には破片が全部揃ってない。本が取れるはずなんだよ。その部分を探しているんだ。
そんな中から探す機会。
Here under the table.
そうか。個人的な好奇心なんだが、もし見つからなかったらどうするんだい。指紋なんて取れないかも。いや、それよりも見つけたとして。賢い弁護士とかつけて無罪になっ。
Wow.
私は結果だけを求めてはいない。結果だけを求めていると、人は近道を従うものだ。近道
Whoa.
したとき、真実を見失うかもしれない。
He's like, this is like staring in a mirror back then.
さえあれば、たとえ今回は犯人が逃げたとしても、いつかはたどり着くだろう。戦っているわけだからな。
は警官になりたいと思っていた。子供の頃からずっと立派な警官だったんだ。かつてあんたのような意志
The grayscale and everything as if this is already something that's dead and gone.
なんだって途中で終わっちまう。
Wow.
いつだって途中でダメになっちまう。
God, this hurts so much more just knowing that.
お前は立派にやってるじゃないか。意志は同じだ。お前が警官になったばかりの時抱いていたその意志は今。
Wait,
お前のその心の中に再び戻っているのだよ。
is this his partner?
Is this like his final moments as he's dying?
そういやあんた前にどこかで
Yeah.
ある。
Like, is this an idyllic dream, you know, like something that's not actually.
Life flashing before his eyes kind of a thing?
仲間のところに戻らなくては。
Oh.
アバッキオ。
Yeah, you've passed.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is the place of the dead. Oh. Whoa. Yeah.
あんたは
He's still trying to finish an unsolved case in death as well. Just
そうだ。
yeah. Oh.
俺が賄賂を受け取った。
Yeah, yeah.
アバッキオ。お前は立派にやったのだよ。が誇りに思うくらい立派にね。
He's been dead for a while. Yeah. Right in the heart. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
遅かった。この場は直ちに去らなくてはならない。俺の責任だ。この場所からはもうボスの手がかりは。
Oh. We have to cut our losses and leave. Yeah. Oh, Narancha's in denial.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, JoJo's healing him. It's gonna be okay. Oh, with Bruno. Yeah, with.
どうぞナランチャ。ここは危険なのだ。お前はエアロスミスを出して周囲を。
Yeah, we need you. We need you to be on top here. Like.
俺は敵が来るならここでやってやるぜ。近くにいるなら迎え撃ってやるぜ。ミスター。
Oh.
ジョルノ。てめえが。
Yeah. 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 Oh. Yeah. It's okay, Narancha, my boy. You can let it out. It's okay. The big brother of the group, yeah.
Oh, man. He bled.
Yeah, this is why they had Deku's voice actor play Narancia. He knows how to really kill it at these emotional scenes.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Oh man.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh!
Okay.
Go!
All right.
Let's go! Whoa! Right. Oh!
そしてお前の真実に向かおうとする意志は後の者たちが感じ取ってくれている。
Oh, I'm getting part 3, like getting vibes part 3, you know, the Vanilla Ice, Abdul and Iggy kind of saluting Polnareff as, whoa, that's a shot. That's a shot. Oh! Oh, wow. Wow. JoJo's. Well done at taking something that was so brutally visceral and sudden and then really giving us the time to let it seep in and hit us. And then the kind of the purgatory kind of after death experience and stuff. That is so good. Oh. Wow. Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Oh my god.
All right. Well, this is it. We have had our first casualty among the JoJos.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Wow.
Okay.
Oh. You know what's kind of cool? Every part since part 3, well, basically since they introduced stands, has kind of done a little bit of something about tapping into the idea of the spirit realm, the spirit world of sorts.
Yeah.
You know, we had Joseph, Abdul, and Iggy kind of spirits leaving their bodies and stuff. Wow. Oh, we'll miss you, Abbacchio. We'll miss you. Yeah.
He's gone.
You were gone too soon. You were gone way too soon.
Yep.
And yeah, this isn't your fault. You were a dutiful
you did good.
Seeker of justice and the truth. In some ways, it's thematically appropriate that the crime boss would first take out the fallen pillar of justice, if that makes sense. Oh. Because what he represents is the one that basically sought justice in its most true kind of true form, and then was punished in some ways because of that. Sure. But his backstory is one of where he also has his flaws of being a human being, where he did mess up. He did make mistakes. Right. And it led to it led to him joining the family. And that's what's important. But the part of him being in the family and him doing this was not his mistake. This was the mistake of Bruno's in a lot of ways. This was the party being split up. This was not having Giorno and Mista, at the very least having one of them with Abbacchio, just to have constantly everyone in pairs of twos.
Not that going and investigating is necessarily a bad idea, but if you do that, then just keep the group together, and investigate and then go do the thing. Right. And this is a great way to build up the threat that the boss represents, in addition to the threat that Doppio represents, by being
someone that could very easily get close to the JoBros like this and dish out immediate lethal damage without warning or prejudice.
And the one of the things that because the boss has already been built up plenty as a competent fighter, right? As being dangerous, right? This, I feel like, because Abbacchio is probably the least combat oriented out of any of them, and that he was by himself, right? It makes it just seem cold and just awful and heartless and all that stuff, right? It's just all right, they did a dumb, and just like that, instant death, gone.
It was something that maybe we could have seen coming a little bit with Risotto's line in the previous episode of failure means death. Basically, that he understood a little bit more, maybe the threat of what the boss is. So the way he handled the boss by never even entering his range, by like doing extreme safety maneuvering here, he actually defeated the boss.
Right, he defeated the boss, and then the boss had to get the JoBros to defeat Risotto, basically.
For him,
right? Right. So, because he was being smart.
Yes.
The JoBros weren't, and someone died because of it.
And because of that, that's something that's going to haunt them. The voice acting from Narancia this episode
that was fantastic.
So gut-wrenching.
Well, and the thing is, Narancia, one of the reasons why I've loved Narancia so much is because he's very much a wears his heart on his sleeve kind of guy, right? He's a simple guy that does, he's a little stupid in some cases, but he has a good heart. As
oh my God,
as
he
is
the
psycho as he can be sometimes. He is the good boy. He's like the dog that tries to protect the people it cares about, and it might bark at some people that it's not supposed to, but it's out of a really genuine desire to protect and a sense of care.
Right.
And Abbacchio was the big brother.
Yes. Abbacchio was basically the big old German shepherd.
Yep.
He's not he's not got all of his best years behind him, He's got a lot of good life to live, but he's a German shepherd where he's like, I was trained as a canine.
Yep.
I know what it's about. And I take care of those around me. And I am loyal to Bucciarati. I am a member of this family. I am like he's in some ways the main, first son, if you will.
Right.
And then when this thing happens, he very dutifully is like, I'm going to be specifically there, taking care of this thing. But even in the moment of where something which could be seen tactically as a mistake to go help the kids, that's the kind of person he is.
That's the kind of person he is.
It's just, I can just totally help them and then relieve the issue of them kind of distracting me a little bit.
Right.
But it's just like, no, in some ways I would kind of imagine just a little bit of the other JoBros. How would they all interact with kids?
Narancia would be like, hey, get the hell out of here.
Yeah. You want to fight me?
Pull out his knife.
Right. Fugo or something would drop a logical argument or what have you that would make them be like, well, what do you care? And then he just goes, ah! And then, he freaks out for a second. And then they're like, oh, actually intimidated. And then they run away. Right. And Bucciarati would be like, my children. Clearly, you are not, doing this properly. And then he erases the existence of the tree for a second. They're like, what? And then the ball falls off to the side.
Yeah.
And he's like, you didn't see anything here. Get out of here. But, it hurts so bad when you realize that they only had so much time to give to every single one of the characters in the squad, right? Especially the ones that aren't Giorno, basically.
Yeah.
So when we get this moment where we're like, oh my God, Abbacchio's the linchpin for the whole plot here. There's a very real death flag because we realize how far into this part of JoJo's we are. We're like, oh, crap. And the boss is on his way. And Risotto's on his way. And everything could go just crazy here.
And I can't believe I forgot that Trish specifically told them about the trip and the photo and all that stuff, right?
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, if they didn't know about that would be the biggest thing to basically keep Abbacchio safe, is that there is no urgency because they don't know that this thing necessarily exists. So as long as they don't find out, Abbacchio doesn't have to die. As long as they know, then now granted they don't know that the boss is there and all that stuff, but because we know as the audience the boss is there from a meta perspective, the boss has to kill him right now before he leaves, before he does anything else, because he's on a time
chance he's going to get.
Exactly. If he doesn't do it now, then they will know who he is. Yep. And the jig's up. So
the whole iron deficiency, he literally vamped a frog and a kid.
Yeah,
that's okay. I'll just say in terms of dark, just
plenty dark and
thing,
sadistic. Yeah,
I think that this is something that's maybe interesting to bring up. Is that there was a point before this episode where we were dealing with Doppio.
Yes,
this whole episode was the boss.
I think so.
There was no Doppio.
Yep.
Like there was never a point where he switched back.
I gave you a portion of my King Crimson ability and all that stuff, and it was very much King Crimson that Kakyo and.
So my question here: the boss also has epitaph, which means that one of the things that is a kind of a typical specific thing in JoJo's is there's a lot of hyper specific plot reasons that extraordinary situations and scenarios happen.
Yeah.
When you can see into the future, you basically get a blank check of I can write plot conveniences, which is the kid getting nabbed, basically.
Right. The kid looking close enough to him that
the other kids don't
recognize, which might be an aspect of like him being able to change his appearance into Doppio, so he did something to make himself look like the kid.
Or they're not really that close as a team. So
sure.
So it could be just he's another member of the team, and that kid, he had to go back to the van because he needed to pee or get lunch or something.
He comes out in the same uniform, and they don't quite realize that he wasn't among them to begin with.
Yeah. I think that there's plenty of ways that we can explain that away, but I'm more talking about the iron deficiency problem.
Because he couldn't just drink it, because then it would go into like his stomach, so he would have to actually do some kind of blood infusion.
He would just have to do crazy stuff.
Yeah, and hope it's the right blood type.
No. I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to deal with any potential.
Because you do actually get the iron though by consuming it. So
but how long would it take it to process?
Yeah, of course, it would take a lot of time. But no, I have someone very close to me who at multiple times in her life had an iron deficiency.
Gotcha.
And she would just eat like raw, like crazy things that would have like large amounts of iron in them, and then take like pills and things like that. But in some ways, bloody meat would be an actual substitute in some ways for that. So
sewing the kid's mouth shut with a shoestring
calls back to the thing he did with his mother. And threw under the monastery basement floor.
Yeah.
So,
okay, or whoever that was.
That was his mother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
okay.
All right. Yeah. Here we are. And now the Joe Bros know that if you have someone who's doing some sort of channeled thing of very important top priority stuff, just stick by them until it's done to make sure. But he managed to leave the message of sorts, if you will. Even though it's just an imprint, right? It doesn't. They haven't actually seen the face. They don't know, what his hair looks like or anything like that. They just have the structure, right?
Yeah. I think I actually was wrong. Was it the girl that was flirting with him? Actually,
I think it might have been the girl that was flirting with him. I can't quite remember. But
right. But this is the kind of brutal murder, though, that he would do.
Yep.
And this is something that's kind of good to bring up. Like, Doppio doesn't really have a necessarily like a moral necessary compass or something like that with regards to his thing there. It's not that Doppio is entirely good and Boss is entirely evil. It's more the acts in which they do it are more dramatic and extreme, because Doppio has no confidence for the most part.
Whereas the boss is brutal.
The boss is brutal and extreme and has all the presence and confidence and all that. So it's more of a personality weakness than a actual moral quandary issue.
Sure.
I just wanted to bring that up in that the boss in this case here didn't brutalize the entire team of the kids.
Well, he needed them.
Yeah.
They were camouflaged.
So this whole thing is just terrifying. Okay.
But now, Abbacchio's dead. They are down one team member. This changes things.
Yeah, so what do you do now when you have no trail to go on other than a face, you have no real like allies in this whole situation here. You have no way to really hunt the boss in an immediate sense because they have to leave this area because they're operating on their back foot here.
And
so,
you know what I love about this too? Is that because they didn't see anything else other than the physical imprint of the boss's face, because the face changes when he transforms out of Doppio, that means they still will have no clue if they see Doppio that he's the boss.
Yeah. Yeah, in some ways, the biggest clue that Abbacchio gave them is that somehow the boss got that close. Now, they know a little bit about the boss's standability because they encountered him on the...
So hopefully they can infer that this was the boss that killed Abbacchio.
Because yes, of course, that's because they were like, that's the boss's identity.
Because that was from Moody Blues.
Right. Right. So they don't necessarily know that this was the boss that killed him, but I think they'll infer that
they might be able to figure it out because of the fact that Naranchi was looking around, and if he couldn't see anyone, then maybe that's something and how quickly it happened and whatnot. Then
you're right.
But they don't really know.
That's true. God, okay.
Yeah.
So, brilliant choice to have this moment be guttural, visceral, just
and the whole thing
a
was
sucker punch. And yet the entire back half of the episode was them reeling and dealing with this while also having Abbacchio have his moment there.
Yep.
I love that all the signs were there right off the get-go that what is this? Backstory? No, it's grayscale. It's something a little bit different, but it is maybe backstory. Oh, this cop looks familiar. Wait, why is he doing this? This doesn't fit the scene. Oh, yeah, he's already dead. This is the afterlife. This is some kind of in-between space. You came here on that bus. Like, I love the beauty of when a show that has a fantastical element begins to explore the post-death stuff and keeps it a little vague. Because it's more for kind of a sentimental, emotional storytelling mechanism rather than some kind of hard world building thing.
Right, but because that is one of the fundamental questions of humanity, whenever you have something that says this world works a bit differently.
Yes.
Right, then it especially in the fantastical sort of nature, then how does that interplay with the idea of what happens when you die?
Sure.
And I'm really glad that we got this after Abbacchio died. Like
immediately after.
Yes, immediately after. But we've said before about how tragic backstory, equals horrible sudden backstory equals horrible tragic death, right?
For side characters especially.
Right, for side characters especially.
Yeah.
And in this case, this is the variation on that where you need the death to be so sudden, even though it was built up to,
Yes.
You need to have it be so sudden that you don't have it before, you have it right after, right? Where it's and this is where we say, yes, indeed, they are actually dead.
Right.
Because in JoJo's,
they would literally have to put a card up that would say,
they have died.
Kakyoin passed away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in this part, they have sort of teased us with character death.
Yeah, like Bucciarati, that was a whole thing. He kind of did die.
Right, they have done it many, many times leading up to now and constantly escalating it.
Yes.
So having it be something where, no, it's not some complicated thing or other. It's just, boom, he's dead.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go. His eyes go gray, and now let's go into his backstory, even though it wasn't a backstory.
Which it wasn't. Yeah, so one of the things that every character in the JoBros squad kind of gives me the vibe of is kind of that Guardians of the Galaxy kind of vibe.
Sure.
Where it's they're all a bunch of losers, basically, in their own specific way.
Right.
In some ways, though, they're different because kind of Bucciarati, in a lot of ways, is kind of the one that almost kind of rose above that and kind of bore the burden himself to bring in these people and make them family. And,
right.
Buy them spaghetti and stuff. The fact that we're having a death here and there's a good chunk of episodes after this.
Yep.
There's the potential somber ending thing where you don't have to have the characters' motivations be met in this story. In that, in some ways, the thing that they're most glad for, the thing that they already have, is that they were already knitted into the family. Mm-hmm. They don't really need anything more than to just continue to be a part of the family. So I almost want to predict a little bit of a future thing where we get to see the family split up. Some alive, some dead. But the idea that they kind of almost linked through Giorno share a bond beyond life and death. Because Giorno's stand is so ridiculously busted and plays with the idea almost of just tossing life everywhere, you know? Yeah. It's something where thematically I really do want there to be, and I feel like a sadist for saying this, I want there to be more deaths. Because the way they handled this one was so good that in some ways it makes a lot of previous JoJo deaths look kind of average in comparison here. Like this was really good. It calls back in a lot of ways, I'd say, to Caesar's death from part 2.
Right, because it happens very quickly and then it's like, all right, that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you have a huge chunk of the episode devoted to the characters reacting in a way that's like, oh my God. So like little things. I'm sorry, I just want a little callback here. Do you remember when Lisa put the cigarette in her mouth and backwards and stuff? I remember like us reacting to that and it being a thing where I was like, that is both hilarious and sad at the same time. But it's like the perfect visual storytelling of I am so rattled by this. That I do the most routine thing wrong. And this was something where Narancia, the one who just wears his heart on his sleeve, literally is begging all of them to meet him emotionally, and they're just dead inside. They cannot go there with him. I just that hits me.
Which is why I really want Fugo to return now. Because who is Narancia closest with? Fugo.
Yeah.
Fugo left because this is suicide. And now it can come back and, I mean, he was kind of right. You know? Abbacchio's dead.
Whoa.
And Narancia can be like, where were you? You know? Like that. And he can also, like, there's just so much.
That would be awesome.
So much that can potentially happen here.
Awesome.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. If it was something where Araki was specifically removing him from the story because, his stand was just too powerful against the boss, right? Totally get it, right? But if Fugo did come back, oh man, that would be a way to kind of milk this even more in a way that would feel absolutely natural. Because one,
they need allies.
They just need allies. But two, if someone were to help pick them back up out of this, because yes, Bruno and Giorno definitely, but they could use some outside help. Even if they don't need allies, I could definitely see them calling Fugo and be like, so I know you went your separate way, but you should know Abbacchio died yesterday.
Yeah,
he's gone.
Like we're going to have a quiet little, we're gonna share a drink in his honor at this place. We'll be there for 5 minutes. Or for 10 minutes. If you want to,
you can meet us there.
You can meet us there. We won't demand anything of you. And we'll just, drink, shatter the glasses, and walk away. That can be all it is. That would be a beautiful scene. Yeah. Yes, I would love to see that.
Love to see that.
Yeah.
Because if Fugo did come back, right? If there was something to make Fugo actually join them and be like, no, we're doing this. If he finds out that Abbacchio's dead, that might be something where he's like,
yeah, he taps into his
rage, and he's like, all right, this is personal now. I don't care if I die. You crimson bitch are going down. So
I would love that. I will say that this kind of desire I have to see more characters die, though, is partially because I love the idea of the big bad being so nearly defeated over and over again.
But it keeps taking them down
one by one to where it basically ends up where maybe there's just 4 of them or 3 of them.
Or maybe just Giorno with the broken arrow.
Okay.
Like,
now,
I'm just saying.
I would love that, But I would more love that if it was like, well, sure, but maybe 2 of them are bloody, but not actually dead.
Narancia and Bruno are both like, but they're like still breathing. Right. But also, I thought that was really cool that they had Bruno bleed. Because they had him bleed
he bit
before.
His lip, like really hard.
Yeah, they've had him bleed before, but it was always not very much.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that he bled, granted it wasn't a ton of blood, but for the amount of damage that was done, from the biting his lip, it shows that he might be kind of dead, but he's not dead yet. Right. His heart's still beating.
He still has
and
that.
He cared for Abbacchio.
Yeah.
I think that was really important.
Right, because there is something still mystery-wise going on with him that hasn't really been fully explored yet.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing the next time something disrupts Giorno's stand in some way, we're going to see some kind of reaction from Bucciarati with that. And that'll be in and of itself a thing.
If someone else does die, who do you think's going to die next?
Well, okay, so
I could see it being Mista.
So, okay, I want to say that Mista will not die until there are only 4 people left in the group.
There are 4 people left in the group if you don't count Trish.
You have to count Trish.
Okay.
Trish counts.
Okay.
So that's what I was going to say, is that the next person is either going to be Trish or Bucciarati, actually.
Okay, I could see that. I could also see Bucciarati, though, being like the person that sort of dies at the end, almost like another character that we know.
I totally get what you're going for here, but I think in some ways Bucciarati is going to have to make the call here, because this is something that I've been wanting to have the show go into, is that he is a capo. Now, the boss is the leader of Passione, right? But how much clout or influence does Bucciarati have to basically go, I have the boss's identity?
Sure. Yeah.
If you want to have a new future for Passione,
sure.
Let's start the Civil War right here, right now. Now, what that might do is just rally the boss's strength a little bit. Potentially. But what if they get like 3 people? Yeah. What if they get just 3 stand users and it's like, oh, you thought the show was going to just ramp up with just a few of them? Oh, no. Let's introduce some new characters, y'all.
Well, or maybe 30. Like, what if it was something where, like, we didn't go into all the characters of them, but it was something where it ended with a battle between Passione, and amidst it all, they go to fight the boss. You know, like...
Right. Like, I would love that. Because this is the thing. We need to introduce the stand arrow back into things here.
Stand arrow,
which like, has to come from Passione. So that means that they're going to have to make some kind of alliance within Passione that is tenuous. And I would say if the alliance falters, like they get betrayed in some ways, which I would say the main reason that they wouldn't have some kind of civil war is that it would be someone where they're like, oh my God, I see opportunity. I can help them, but then I can give them up to the boss. And the first person that would die if that was to happen would be Bucciarati. He would take it. Yeah. He would take the L for the team. Like an absolute badass.
The rereason I think that Bucciarati wouldn't be the next one to die is because he's already died.
I know. Yes, you're right. But I just don't see the reason for it to be anyone else other than Trish.
Right.
Because Trish knows more about the boss's identity than any of them.
Trish would be the next target.
Yeah.
What I will say though is you better not take away my boy Narancia. If if you hurt him, hurt him, that would be unacceptable.
I will just say, I'm sorry. Narancia is safe.
Yeah,
I am just going to call it right here. There is no way in hell Araki is that cruel.
No way. I mean,
Araki's like dogs, cats, but falcons,
not Narancia.
But best little boy Narancia.
Yep.
No, we head pat.
We protect. We head pat. We say everything's going to be daijoubu.
Everything's going to be daijoubu. But oh my God, if people are laughing now in the comments because they're like, little do they know.
Well, you know what I also love about this is that Narancia is the one who's most going to blame himself.
Oh, you think? You think? I think Bucciarati is blaming himself the most.
Okay, Bucciarati definitely
He made the wrong call here.
He made the wrong call, but Narancia couldn't find him. Narancia couldn't find the boss. He was around there. Well, and even though he didn't know it was the boss, right? But the assassin was around there. The person that killed him was there.
Yeah.
And
here we go.
Yep.
Y'all, it is an iconic image now in anime to see the person dead, defeated with the big gaping hole, hollified, basically in their chest here. But it is something that I am impressed by, even though, we've done this now a couple times. That is something that still just, like, I feel my chest tighten. You know that feeling where you're at a really tall height and you get that feeling in your feet and it starts to pinch you, but then you feel like you're falling from that height. You, like, imagine it.
Oh, sure.
And your stomach goes up into your chest and stuff. That's the feeling I get for like a split second whenever that kind of stuff happens. It's like, no!
Also, it's something that I really appreciate, but it's if you had things with super strength.
We are fleshy meat sacks.
We are fleshy meat sacks. Now, they could also just, grab the neck and do a little bit of that. But yeah, just punch right through somebody. Yeah, it wouldn't be hard.
That's why stands are a thing.
That's exactly.
We have them attack each other
because we are fleshy meat sacks and we would not want that to happen to us.
Right.
It's the perfect counterbalance to the person that has super strength that grabs the protagonist and then throws them for 10 minutes.
Whatever reason.
If someone had super strength, there you go. They pass you. They decide they want to kill you. You don't know what happened. All of a sudden, there's a hole in your chest and you're dead. Like, that's it.
Yep.
So
Abbacchio had, like, seconds after that punch to basically realize, I am in the most pain. My brain is already shutting down my pain receptors.
Yeah. The blood is already, like, I'm.
Yeah, and I was actually wrong. He was punched on the right side of his chest. So
yes.
He probably...
So it didn't hit his heart.
Yeah. So he probably, in a really dark way, he probably passed out before he died.
Sure.
But he would have suffocated probably first before blood loss, I would say.
I don't even want to try and imagine what a blow like that would do to the body, of what would be the thing that would actually kill you first.
Yeah, the shock alone would instantly make him unconscious.
Yeah.
I almost in some ways feel kind of satisfied in a peaceful way that we got to see this moment of him in his mind's eye, kind of being in this post-death kind of space with the person that he blames himself the most for, and then being like, you did well. You did well. I feel like that hits something very primal for just human beings in general. Maybe it's a man thing, I don't know. But the idea of, if you were to die, what is the one thing you would like spoken to you beyond death? And I think it would be that you did well. You did good.
Well,
and having it come from someone that you think blames you, or you hold something over you, or you blame yourself for, to hear from that, to see Abbacchio cry, to have that thing tears well up. I am just feeling that right now, because I think we can all imagine what that would be like if, say, we had some kind of thing like this happen.
Not bad, kid.
That's beautiful, dude. Nice callback there.
Whether it would be that for any particular person or not, I think for Abbacchio it definitely was, and because he was the person who always questioned, I should have died. I should have been the one that died, not that guy.
Yep.
Right? It was my fault. I did it, so why me? Right? And now he is the first person to die, but he left his message. He did good.
You did good, buddy. And that's the first violent death we've had for the JoBros. Fugo has been kind of character death written off for now, but he can come back. This is JoJo's.
Yep.
He can come back.
And that would be...
But like, Abbacchio...
Can you imagine it?
Yeah, but Abbacchio... No, Abbacchio's gone for now.
Yeah.
Now, let's go into tinfoil hat theory here.
Okay.
What would Giorno get if his stand got juiced?
No. Abbacchio's not being brought back to life.
So I just wanted to say. Bruno Butrati, he was kind of brought back from the dead.
Yeah.
But the reason why they're bringing in the stand arrow is to have Giorno, power up and stuff. But what would he get? What would he get?
Okay, I'm not sure. But the consistent theme is that the main bad guys, at the very least, when they get the stand arrow, puncturing them and stuff, they get a time-related stand.
That happened with Kira and Dio, yes.
Correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and at least the villain here, the leader of Passione, has a time-related stand, and it probably came from the arrow. Doesn't have to be one for Giorno, but that could be a way for him to actually be able to fight the boss.
I feel like there's no
precedent for it.
Even though it would have precedent in previous parts.
With like Kira, but it's still not a precedent for Giorno.
I feel like for Giorno specifically, what I would want to see, and this is something that would just be really cool, just be a really cool thing, is when you think about this kind of dark legacy that he kind of has by the nature of him being, related to Dio.
Yeah.
And yet he is also like such a good boy, but he's also like, he's got that killer instinct, Yep. He
doesn't have a problem popping people.
Right. He is his own person here. But how beautiful would it be? Oh, Golden Wind. Wait. Wait.
So I think we're going on the same wavelength here. So go for it.
If it's something time-related but also life-related, it's that he calls, it's like unlimited friend works, basically.
It's Bro Skandar.
It's Bro Skandar,
And he gets to fight alongside his friends one last time.
Oh, my God.
It might not be permanent. They're still dead and they still need to go afterwards. And that could be an insanely emotional way to end it. They're there, and then it's all right, we kind of need to go now.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
But up till that point, that would be one of the most hype things ever.
Because the one thing we can guarantee from it, whatever ends up happening between Giorno and the boss when they eventually have like a full-on throwdown, is it's gonna look good.
Yes.
It's gonna sound good.
Yes.
And it's probably going to be way more ridiculous than we could actually imagine.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yep.
Like we'll probably be able to figure it out eventually. Like eventually. But right now we're just throwing darts on the wall and seeing what
but I really like that one though, because I feel like too, maybe I'm completely wrong, but has the color gold been something that is often used when showing ghosts?
So that was the thing I was wanting to bring up. Golden Wind. So I want to bring up the thing of when they showed Abdul and Iggy's deaths.
Yep.
It was with the sun kind of setting or rising. So the environment was itself already kind of gold. But when Joseph's spirit kind of was leaving his body at the end of part 3, it did have a little bit of a gold kind of sand looking kind of thing there. And
like, okay, so here's what we can probably say. There's, Giorno's current stand, gold experience.
Yes.
But when he gets the stand arrow, stabs it into himself.
Yeah.
The new technique name kind of a thing is almost definitely going to be Golden Wind, right? Like, because if we got Bites Zadusto, right, for Kira, then there's going to be a new name for what it is with Giorno, right?
What we can guarantee is that it's probably going to have a music reference, tied to it.
We could say it's not delivery.
Wow.
It's Dio Giorno.
Jesus. All right, I think we've got a good kind of smattering of theories there. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. This was a trip. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and you can talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
Yep. Wrote a sci-fi novel, in case you somehow haven't heard of it by now. It's called Battle Lines. It's on Amazon. It's super awesome. Link in the description down below.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see it there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.